Hi everybody, it's Mike. I thought I'd post another video since the last one was kind of fun to do. This one's going to be about Harry Potter. I guess you can say it's about the Order of the Phoenix. One can also argue that it's also about the series as a whole. So let's break this down. First of all, J.K. Rowling's the author. She is it's hilarious. She's very much anti-gun, and she hates guns. They should all be banned. I mean, she has security, right? But everyone else, I mean, us peasants can also hire security as well in her eyes because we have the kind of money she has. Look at the series. If you really take a little look at it, you could argue that it's about a school that is being threatened by a potential school shooter, and everyone walks around with open carry of their wands, right? And when the government breaks down, they have to defend themselves from this school shooter, as it were. So it's funny how you have an author who advocates for more government, advocates for disarming people, and then you can literally go to the Order of the Phoenix and see what good that does, right? So let's back it up a little bit. So in the Goblet of Fire, Voldemort comes back and he kills a student, right? They get transported back to the festival. Harry's crying. Oh, Voldemort's back. Everyone realizes it's probably true because Harry's not a liar and this kid's dead. And, there have been all these marches and his symbol everywhere. So it's pretty obvious there's a bad guy in the mix. And fast forward to the Order of the Phoenix. How does the government respond? Well, more government. They send this lady over who's a complete bitch. And more rules, right? More regulation. Kind of disarming the students in a sense. They don't want to really teach them to defend themselves. So if you watch the movie, she kind of wants to basically, why would you need to use spells? That kind of thing kind of comes up. So that's funny. What do the students do? Well, Harry, the protagonist of this whole thing, realizes that it is imperative that the students be able to defend themselves. Their government is unable to defend them. Therefore, they must defend themselves. Their government has become corrupt and tyrannical, one would argue, and secretly trains a little militia of students to fight back and defend themselves. And it turns out that the government gets a little drunk with power, shall we say, abuses their role, eventually becomes investigated for the way they abuse the students and abuse their role, eventually get kicked out, and the school eventually gets kind of back on track to deal with the threat. They realize, oh, we've got a threat. And by the way, they don't deal with the threat by disarming everybody. Never once was the wand blamed for any crimes in Harry Potter. It was always he who shall not be named. They won't even say his name, but it was never, well, if no one used magic, then Voldemort really couldn't attack anybody. And let's just make a law that says we shouldn't use magic. Now, there were such laws in place. How to use magic, can't use magic on Earth, for example. I guess maybe a very limited way because they kind of still do, right? But even that's broken. They can't even with magic, they couldn't enforce that. It's the ironic thing. Here's an author who's vehemently anti-gun. You could literally destroy all her arguments with her own work. If that's not ironic, I don't know what is. So, my name is Mike. I proud member of the Wakame movement. I don't know if there's an official membership. I guess if that's the case, I'm not a member, I'm a supporter, but I'd like to think that, I guess, walking away from the Democrats, we could include everybody in the movement, I would assume. So that's how I'm claiming that. There's nothing official. I mean, I don't have like a stamp or a business card or even a certificate or anything, but I'm very happy I walked away. Very happy that I'm no longer a Democrat, and it's because of this stupid logic that just breaks down whenever you really look at their policies. Not all their policies, the progressives, we could argue all their policies, but classic liberals have some good ideas. But these latest wave of Democrats is just the best they've got going is resist Trump, because they hate a good economy, they hate people working, they hate keeping more of their own money, they hate a higher GDP, they hate better trade deals, and they hate peace with North Korea. Do they really hate these things? I don't know, but I mean, what are you resisting, honestly? I mean, this is what's really happening. So, anyway, back to Harry Potter. I still love Harry Potter. I don't care that the author's a moron. The stories are great. The movies are fantastic. You should watch them with your kids. You should read them to your kids. And you should especially point this whole thing out. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope I haven't wasted too much of your time, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And share and like this video if you want. Subscribe if you'd like. I can't guarantee the content will be any good, but hey, why not? Thanks.